Hi, my name's Ryan, and today we'll be discussing how the changes in generational issues affect education today, and how, as prospective teachers, we need to be aware that every generation has new issues to deal with. So our special guest today is Janet.
Hello.
How are you today, Janet?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing well. So Janet, can you tell us about the previous generations?
Well, Ryan, Hugh Mackay actually released a book. It's called Generations, and in it he describes four distinct generations. He starts off with the lucky generation, which are those born in the 1920s. And then he goes on to discuss about the stress or the baby boomers generation, which are those born in the 1940s and early 1950s. And then he goes on to describe the options generation or the children of change, which are those born in the 1970s. And then he goes on to discuss about the current generation.
Okay, so what does Hugh Mackay say about the current generation?
Well, youth culture today is very complex with a substantial loss of tradition that's resulting in new ways of forming self-identity, such as print media, radio, television and computer networks. Also, this generation is very dominated by technology, as you can see. You've got iPods, phones, all this type of stuff. And it's actually experiencing a fusing between education and advertising.
As we have seen.
Yeah.
So what are some issues faced by these generations?
Well, as you would expect, the issues faced by one generation is extremely different to those, let's say, of the baby boomers.
Yep.
Like, this generation of baby boomers are really different. Now, the baby boomers face the high times of the economic growth, but also the low times of the war. This generation began to rebel against their elders from the lucky generation and actually started to abandon the traditions of their parents, thus changing the world. They were responsible for the sexual revolution, consumerism, hedonism, or self-indulgence, the changed views in marriage, divorce, and really the whole family dynamic. The children of change are relatively accustomed to change, having lived through it because of the parents and the baby boomers, so they laid down the change for them, so they lived through it. Also, they were also, as Hugh Mackay puts it, the most highly educated and media-stimulated generation. Now, these two generations were the pioneers of change, and they had to deal with the rise of feminism, affirmative action, globalization, war, and the after effects such as migration, which all seem to be changes affecting certain groups of people. You've got feminism affecting females, migration affecting migrants, alright? Whereas the current generation and the future generation will be facing issues that concern the entire world, such as global warming and the world economic crisis. So therefore, these issues facing future generations will differ, and we have, and from what we have experienced, like they differ from what we have experienced, yeah.
Absolutely.
And it means that as future teachers, we need to be able to adapt and cater to the new issues of our students.
Yeah, and be aware of what they are and what we're facing.
Exactly.
Awesome. Well, I'm Ryan, and this is Janet, and this has been Generational Issues.